Hello, my dear familia. It's very nice to see you all together. Past time has been very. Oh, how rude of me. I did not even introduce myself. I'm Army Welfare Education Society. Yes, I know the name's a bit too long, but don't worry, you know me all too very well. But by my cooler name, Oz. Continuing, the past year as well as the recent months have all been very hard for us. But we should all be grateful that we are getting human interaction and education through online classes. I admit this time is a bad one, but there was a time worse than this for the wards of army personnel. I have not always existed, you know. There was a time before, or to correctly say, without me.
Dad, you're home. Really missed you.
Yes, Devika. Come on, give me a glass of water.
How was the day?
Not that good.
Why? What happened?
Actually, I have been posted out to Chennai. We'll have to join there soon.
Oh Lord, we hardly spent a year here.
Really, Dad?
Unfortunately, yes.
Why? Why are we unfortunate? We'll get a new house, new school, new friends, new teacher. Everything's gonna be new. Finally, I'll be free from Miss Pooja.
That's great if you are happy. But I have something to worry about.
What else now?
We will have to search for a school wherein midterm admission is available. I wish there was specified school for the wards of armed forces. Ah, my head will burst now.
Oh, Dad, that's a real bad news. Where are we going to get such a school? I'll have to stay without study now. Why these transfers, Dad? Why this job?
Devika, enough now. Not a word more. Go to your room.
Oh, poor Devika. What she asked for is her right, not a demand. But I also understand the plight of a father. Now we know the problem. But how is it going to be resolved? Well, yes, I'm here today. But how did I come to be? It's better to show you, isn't it?
Formation of regimental schools.
Ramesh has recently shifted to Lalgarh. This place is entirely new for his family. He and his family are trying to adjust in the new environment.
Welcome back, Dad.
How are you doing, my little princess?
I'm good, Dad. I even made some friends here.
That's great. Well, I will get your admission done by tomorrow.
That's a real good news. Come, let's have lunch now.
Hooray, finally I will get into a new school.
Next day, Ramesh goes to the school to get his daughter's admission done. At the school, he meets a teacher at the school office. And then,
Good morning, ma'am. Could you please brief me about the admission process of your school?
Sorry, sir, our school doesn't admit any student during midterms.
Oh, all right, ma'am. That's too bad.
in the afternoon, after finishing off his work, Ramesh goes back to home and his daughter opens the door.
Welcome back, Dad. Did you get my admission done?
Not really. Actually, the school isn't ready to admit any student during midterms.
Then how am I supposed to study? And what if my entire academic year get wasted?
Please do something about this.
Don't worry. I will figure out something.
That very evening, at the workplace, Ramesh's colleague sees that something is bothering him.
What happened, sir? It seems something is bothering you.
Actually, yes. The school isn't ready to give admission to my daughter.
Oh, don't worry, sir. Everything is going to be fine. Hope that your problem gets solved.
The senior officer one enters the room.
Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Ramesh was lost in his own thoughts, thinking what to do about the admission.
What happened, Ramesh? It seems you are physically present and mentally absent. What happened?
Ramesh tells him the entire story.
Well, Ramesh, I'm going through the same ordeal. Let me work something out.
Thank you so much, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Senior officer leaves the room and while going back to his office, he recalls that two of his juniors and his course mates, who have recently shifted to Lalgarh, are also facing the same problem. He decides to do a detailed study and survey regarding this problem in all the units and decides to talk to the higher authorities. After 2 days, he goes to his senior.
Jai Hind, sir. May I come in?
Yes, come in. How are you?
I'm good, sir. I have just something to discuss with you.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Sir, the Jawans and the officers who have just shifted here, their wards aren't given admission by the school.
Oh, that is worrisome.
Exactly, sir. None of the principal agreed to give them admissions. Here's a detailed report of this issue.
Well, if the schools aren't ready to give the admissions, I've got a plan. Every unit starts their own school for army personnel wards. That's a great idea, sir. I think we should circulate this idea in the neighborhood cantonments. I feel it would be beneficial. You're right. I'll pass the orders within few days and will circulate this plan in other cantonments as a suggestion.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your help. I will take a leave now. Thanks for your help. Jain, sir.
Jai Hind.
In the following days, senior officer passes the orders and establishes a regimental school within the cantonment.
This was a step near my formation, regimental schools. Though it was a brilliant idea, the education provided was not up to par. Let's admit it. Every good thing does not happen in the blink of an eye. You know, the exact same way that every delicious food needs hours of preparation, my formation also needed months and years of preparations.
The establishment of AWES.
Good morning, gentlemen. Today, we all have gathered to discuss what we can do about the education of the children of Army personnel, as many Army men have raised the issue. So I would request you all to put forth your views on this.
Sir, the major problem we found is that it is very difficult for us to find schools which provide quality education to our children. This is because we are posted frequently and sometimes to such extreme location where there is even no provision for education.
Absolutely. We cannot send our children to the local schools. They deserve a good education, good environment, and a disciplined life.
And even when there are some good schools at some stations, the other problem is that our posting comes after every 2 years and we have to struggle for the admissions of our children.
I understand. So what can be done for this?
I believe we need a separate education system in place for our children.
It's a wise idea. A new system which provides uninterrupted learning experience and it's affordable as well as accessible.
To coordinate all these efforts, we need a system in place, a central authority which takes care of all these key issues.
Right, but shall we keep in mind that such society should be a non-profit organization as it is for the welfare of our children?
Perfect. So we have decided to make up an Army Welfare Education Society which will build Army schools to provide quality education to the children of Army personnel based on a system of flexible admission time so that transfer cases are admitted easily.
Yes, sir.
I will pass on the conclusions of this meeting to the upper authorities for consideration. Let's see what they do.
Drum roll, please. On 29th April 1983, I was born with the sole and noble purpose of providing you with education and happiness. Wow, that just made me realize how old I am. Nevertheless, when I was formed, I never thought I would open colleges or see people graduating. But today, I watch my children forming their own future. Who would have thought that I would grow so much that today I'll star in a skit? I'm just kidding. I always knew. Joking aside, the past year and the recent month, again to repeat, have been hard on us. No need to tell you how stressful, but thankfully, with the help, support, and sincerity of teachers and you, my dear children, we have been able to find the rainbow in this dark situation. Always remember that make a life out of things you have, not out of those you are missing. Well, it was amazing meeting you, but I'm a busy person, and I'm pretty sure during the lockdown, I kind of lost my extrovert self. So I'll take your leave now. Remember, it's a pandemic, not the end of the world.